Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy Part 25 of my blind playthrough hard difficulty. Also, if you'd like to see my bias play, it's on Patreon. Take a quick link down below. Now I did some inventory managing. Sold my stuff. I bought the 2 large pots and put those in. I'm guessing you don't really want to see me mess around with the menus of the home. I also got myself out of the cave. Let's see here. And let's go talk to this student. I believe I finished that quest. I don't see it anywhere around here. So that was the ending.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
She sounds fascinating.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
What did Herodiana Byrne do?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What happened to her?
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while, just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
Whoops. I'll see what I can do.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
My family has been sorted into Ravenclaw.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Depulso is that one spot I don't like, right? Yeah, that's the one spot I have not gotten to work out for me.
I'm sorry!
Oh, one of these buttons. I found one of them.
Depulso!
Oh, cool.
This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana.
I was actually thinking about maybe it'll teach me how to use the spell.
Revelio.
Wow, this already looks fun.
Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was. Depulso!
interesting.
Descendo!
Okay.
Repulsor! Revelio. I see. The switch reset everything. Good to know.
Ooh. That means
Repulsor!
treasure.
That chest looks interesting.
It's gotta be a trap.
That wasn't too hard. I wonder what's next. Revelio.
Okay.
Accio.
Oops. Okay, so that spell is allowed.
Repulsor.
Oh. Okay, there's nothing up there.
Accio. Repulsor. Accio.
Oh, I see. This is pretty cool.
Repulsor.
Oh, but that didn't work. Okay.
Repulsor. Accio. Flipendo.
Last spell.
Repulsor. Accio.
Maybe this one?
Repulsor. Accio. Accio.
No, not this.
Levioso. Accio. Repulsor.
And just one spell. This one?
Flipendo. Accio. Protego. Accio.
I don't know if that's what I need to do. Okay. forgot that that was there.
Accio!
Okay. Yes. How did I get into the middle?
Flipendo! Descendo! Repulso! Accio!
How do I get that treasure?
Repulso! Accio! Repulso! Accio! Repulso! Accio! Repulso!
Okay.
Accio! Repulso! Accio!
There we go. Got it.
Repulso! Protego! Repulso! Accio!
Okay.
I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left. Revelio.
Guys, shot to finish it. Okay, let's see it. Oops.
Repulso. Protego. Accio.
This way. We can have this.
Accio. Repulso. Protego. Repulso. Revelio. Accio.
Okay, that's probably all I need to do. Those dudes are back. I just done that from the beginning.
Accio. Defender! Accio!
That'd be a reason to be able to do this, right? Oh, I see.
Repulsor! Accio! Repulsor! Accio!
Okay. That brings me one step further.
Accio! Repulsor!
Oops, wrong thing.
Accio!
There we go.
That's the last of them. Seems I was a match for Herodiana Byrne after all. And this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wanted to see this.
Okay, let's go show her.
Peavesy has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
You singe my robes, Peeves. Duncan owes his reputation to you.
That's scary.
It's wee.
Almost time.
Quite a few hamlets outside of Hogsmeade.
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
No, you should have it. I thought it was. You should have it for yourself. No. Yes.
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favourite hero!
Do I need to show her? I don't know if I need to show her, but let's do that. Yeah, there's a hat as well. Cool.
I adore the hamlets near the coast. They're a bit damp, but ever so picturesque.
Revelio.
Ooh, level 1 lock.
Alohomora. Revelio. Alohomora.
Sweet. Dear Professor Shaw, thank you for your recent submission regarding celestial anomalies. It may be a perfect addition to an atlas I am hoping to publish. I shall be in touch if I decide to include your submission or any of its related research in the publication. Best wishes, M.P.N. Carnarius.
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Map. Let's do this one here. Oh, I see, it's this mini game again.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha. Looking forward to beating you at Summoner's Court today. Shall we begin?
What if you can use the portal?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning. Accio! Yes!
Oh, it's great at all of those.
Accio!
Yes!
Accio!
How did that happen?
What was I thinking?
Oh, there's a thing on the ground. I didn't see that.
You'll have to do better than that. Accio! Yes!
How to do better?
Accio!
Oops.
You'll have to do better than that. How about that? I won!
Guess I gotta try again.
Good match. Care to have another go?
Yes.
But of course.
Splendid! Accio!
Doubt they're gonna be as generous this time.
Yes!
Accio!
Dang.
You'll have to do better than that. Accio!
How'd that go? Why did it continue?
You'll have to do better than that. Accio!
Can I end this?
What was I thinking?
Well, maybe there's a chance I win. But not curveball and get 50. I have to press it
You'll
twice.
have to do better than that. Good match. Cat.
But of course.
I just really want the XP from this quest.
Accio!
Accio.
Yes, 50. Points for me.
That was sensational! Accio!
Eh.
What was I thinking? How am I to top that? Accio!
No. Jeez, they just knocked both my points off.
Yes!
Accio.
You'll have to do better than
What are you
that.
talking about?
That settles it, then. After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
You played well.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
Thank you for the XP. Don't really like that minigame much, but still neat to have something like that.
Do you think I have a big forehead? I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside.
Because I told you, I can transfigure one. I've seen her do it.
Looking at her.
It's true.
Oh, I guess I can't talk to
Soon
her.
get
Okay.
us a snitch.
Oh, it's everything here. I see 2 quests, but only 1 quest.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Okay, I believe I'm doing this one here. Although I thought this was a part of the main quest.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I spoke with him.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Miss Sprottle have a Wiggenweld supply?
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why do you leave your box of letters with Sprottle?
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I could try and stop by.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay. World map. I've been here.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
What was Sirona like when she was my age?
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
What was in the box of letters?
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
I thought I just gave you Horklumps. Don't need more, do you? Because I sort of need them for myself. Wonder when we'll get another speed quest.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
I'll get that goblin helm back. Hopefully by rummaging your corpse.
Incendio! Glacier! Defender!
Afraid to take a hit, are you? No!
Yes.
Oh, what's the light go out of your eyes?
Too bad we can't farm our own Horklump. They don't know how to teleport, I suppose.
The cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there.
Or fly a broom.
Better have a
either.
look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. Ah, that's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
So she does want more.
Revelio.
What's this?
Revelio.
How do I get back up there? I've lost my way. Oh, let's look at the map. It's not that way. Ah, there it is. I don't understand how one would boozer the box down here. Oh, I suppose they dropped it in a cavern.
Confringo. Revelio.
Oh no.
Flipendo. Confringo.
That was dangerous. Totally landed in a trap there. Ooh. Did I live? Oops. So I was just trying to look down, but I ended up missing my jump.
Revelio.
Okay, right here. Oh. Oh. So I'm gonna fight a troll.
Incendio. Confringo.
Okay, so I can't. Oh, I just got gold gear. Maybe that's good I jumped off the cliff.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Confringo.
That's the thing I need to hit with, probably.
Confringo! Arresto
Eggs.
Incendio! Accio!
Got me. He's a lot more difficult than I was expecting. Do you remember that I picked up this stuff?
Incendio! Confringo!
No. No, I just checked to see if I'm not, like, farming gear. Nope. I lost that armor.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Is this working? Not for long, though. Oh, no. Up.
Glacius! Window! Potato! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Glacius! Defendo! Ringo! Arresto Momentum!
Still don't get magic. See, it's laying tough for just 5 moves. That's not how that's supposed to work.
Levioso! Glacius! Confringo!
Okay, let's...
Potato! Stupefy!
do this. Come on, here we go.
Levioso! Glacius! Defendo!
That makes sense, it's up there.
Confringo! Incendio! Tego! Stupefy!
Oh.
Should think they found that in London. Ah, that's all the Horclumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
I hope I don't just give all my 4 clumps to him.
Confringo!
Ooh. Sweet, so many of them. Shrivel fruit. Oh, it's a rabbit that was lit in the water. Let's hope there's not another one. Dear Serena, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we've won Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. My dear Serena, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Spraddle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. With a lovely respite from the castle, I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Miss Sproul's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomenia.
This must be Serona's box of letters.
Dear Serena, happy birthday, my dear friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Binky to make your favorite, cream crowdie. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Binky. Bess. I think Binky is a house elf. Dear Miss Spraddle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Glad Rags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bondies of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wondering either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Spraddle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Serena. Oh, there's one more.
I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Serena, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondering sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of class had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a legilimens, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks when you spotted me huddled in the corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me when you told me about how nervous you've been to come to Hogwarts. I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as any but the confident, contented witch sing before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the non-magical sense. I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's been because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself there. Yours sincerely, Maribel. P.S. Please tell Miss Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Can't believe we fought a troll for those notes. They weren't worth buying a troll for those, after all the ingredients I used.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
May I ask you about the letters in the box?
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Were you on the Quidditch team?
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
Is Maribel Professor Garlic?
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Are Miss Sprottle and you as close as you seem?
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
Happy to help.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Okay. Complete that.
I'll say it again.
Side
Can't
quest?
thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Very good. Well, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And also, if you'd like to check out my Blaze Play, you can click the link down below. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.